Hello and welcome to episode 20 of Green Herb Gaming, folks. I just thought I'd talk like a crazy Southern American there for a second to match the music that plays in the background. Anyway, welcome to episode 20 of Green Herb Gaming. We are once again playing the amazing Final Fantasy 15 and we are going to do a bounty. You know, because one of the cool things about Final Fantasy 15 is you can do a lot of things outside of the main story. You don't have to progress the story, you can do things outside of the story. One of the things you can do is accept bounties. Because throughout the massive world of Final Fantasy 15, you will come across various restaurants, diners, whatever you want to call them. And various chefs, like this dude in front of me, who is currently sniffing me apparently. I don't know what his issue is. I don't know if he wants to eat me and serve me as food for his customers, or I don't know. Anyway, so these chefs in the restaurants will offer you, he's sniffing something, he will offer you bounties. And each bounty has a level. The higher the level, the harder the bounty, obviously. So I'm going to accept a level 23 bounty. And as I'll actually show you in a second, there's lots of restaurants scattered throughout the massive open world, or as I call it, open road in Final Fantasy 15. Each with various bounties that you can accept. So we're going to accept this level 23 bounty. Horned hunting hazards. There's 3 of these. Jewel horns. Habitat. Scallion Pass. Active all times. And I'm going to get 3,480 gil. Because, you know, it really is useful to do things like bounties. There's also side quests. There's various activities that you can partake in outside of the story that will benefit you. Because what I've been doing, and I will get this bounty started in a few seconds, I promise. What I've been doing now for a while is I have progressed the story a little bit. What I've been mostly doing is I've been exploring the open road of Final Fantasy 15, and I've been traveling to a lot of restaurants, and I've been accepting a lot of bounties and completing them and getting a lot of gil. And then I've also been going to weapon dealers, which is situated in the same location as most restaurants. Anyway, I'll show you that in a second. But I have been spending my bounty reward money on weapons, powerful weapons. So like, it benefits you by completing these bounties, because the more powerful weapons you are and the more powerful you are, then the easier it is to take down enemies. So let's accept this bounty. What's going on?
That's the stuff.
What I want to show you...
Give them hell.
Yeah, I'm going to give them hell. What I want to show you is the map for a second. Okay, this area right here, the area that's lighted up, that is only one fraction of the world of Final Fantasy 15, okay? As you can see, the darkened areas are areas that I cannot access yet. The more you progress through the story of Final Fantasy 15, the more you will be able to explore. So I'm literally at the beginning of the game, more or less. I'm chapter 6 or chapter 7 or something like that, but I'm still at the beginning of the game. This is Final Fantasy. You know, Final Fantasy games are massive in length. So I'm just at the beginning of the game. So anyway, this is one fraction of the world of Final Fantasy 15. Now, obviously the green lines represent roads and whatnot. No, just to give an example, where am I right now? This is my current location right here. Now, if you zoom out, you can't quite see it. Yeah, see this little, you can't see it, sorry. So let's travel back for a second. See this little location, this icon here, this like building icon. That represents an outpost, okay? And there are many outposts, as you can see, scattered throughout the map. But this is an example of one outpost. Now if you zoom in, you can see what's in the outpost. Now most outposts will have a lot of places and things. Some won't. This is a basic outpost. All you have is a shop and a rent-a-bird, and that bird is a chocobo. Such a rent-a-chocobo. Come on. Chocobos are in the league of their own, not just birds. Okay, so there wasn't much of that outpost. I want to show you a full-on outpost. So let's say this is, hopefully this is a full-on outpost. Okay, so what? Okay, it's not. I know one thing that I know one full-on outpost is further up here. Where is it? Jesus Christ, where is it? And it was just there early on today, like, where is it? Where is it? Man. What the hell? Okay, let's give an example of this outpost. Okay, so you have a gas station to refuel your fuel. The shop, then you can buy various things like potions and antidotes and stuff like that. You also have lodgings, which you can rest up for the night, because one thing you don't want to be doing, and I will get this bounty started in a few seconds, I promise, but what you do not want to be doing in Final Fantasy 15 is exploring at night time, because nighttime is where demons come out and they will attack you and they're very powerful. Now here, see, there's a restaurant. So there's a restaurant in that outpost, and that is where you accept bounties. This is the main thing of this episode. So there's a shop, a gas station, lodgings, restaurants. You know what's really bugging me? No, I wanted to show where that outpost was, and it just seems to have disappeared off the face of the fucking map, and I won't be able to progress through the rest of the bloody episode until I actually find it. It's just in my head now. You know what I mean? What the hell? Like, where is it? Oh, here we go. That's what I wanted to show. That's what I wanted to show. Because as you can see, there's lots of venues in this outpost. You've got like 3 restaurants. 2 of those restaurants will accept bounties. You've got lodgings. You have like 1, 2, 3 shops. So there's a lot going on in those outposts. So yeah, many outposts gathered throughout the map of Final Fantasy 15, and to be specific to this episode, it's where most outposts will have restaurants, and that's where you accept bounties. Bounties are just one of the few things you can do outside of the main story of Final Fantasy 15, but it's very useful to accept these bounties and complete these bounties, because as I said, you will get lots of gil, lots of money, or in-game currency, which you can use. I might as well show you here as well, which you can use to go to arms vendors, which you can buy powerful weapons. Just give you an example of my weapons. Without going too much into detail, I have sorry, I am gone blind. That is a hard edge sword, and I have a. By the way, my hard edge sword has an attack of 297, which is pretty damn good. I have a Durandal, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. My pronunciation stuff is probably bad. That's got an attack of 285, and I got a Masamune. I got that as part of a Day 1 edition, like DLC. That's pretty. It's pretty low. It's 141 attack, but still. So these two here, the hard edge and the is 2 of my very powerful weapons that I was able to purchase through getting a lot of gil through completing bounties. So anyway, this is Final Fantasy 15. We are playing outside of the main story, and we are going to accept the bounty, but we're not going to do it right now. I know I am really teasing this bounty. See, it's night time, and as I said, you do not want to be exploring outside at night time. But then again, how far is it away? Let's see. Is it very far? Is it very far? It's not that far. I'll run. I don't need to get my car. Don't need my car. It's literally right around the corner. I think I've said this in like 3 or 4 episodes of Green Herb Gaming when I started playing Final Fantasy 15. But my favourite feature, more than any other feature in Final Fantasy 15, is the ability to listen to the entire Final Fantasy soundtrack from Final Fantasy 1 all the way to Final Fantasy 15, including this game that I didn't hear about until a couple of years ago, until I got Tear of Rhythm Final Fantasy. What's it called now again? Dissidia Final Fantasy, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So yeah, lots of Final Fantasy soundtracks to listen to, and you can listen to it on foot with your MP3 player or as you're driving along the open road of Final Fantasy.
Let's see
That is my favourite feature.
Lights on, guys.
Alright.
Now bounties. Bounties are a lot tougher than regular battles, than regular enemies. Even when you are at a high level, even when you have powerful weapons, they're going to give you a hell of a challenge. So I could very well die. Hopefully that won't happen. As you can see again, the combat isn't your, traditional turn-based Final Fantasy combat, but it's fun. And you know what? That's all that matters. It's fun. But these are like Rhino. Now as you can see, I'm barely doing any damage at all to this guy. I mean,
Got the idea.
so bounties are a lot more tougher than your standard enemy. So what you really have to do with situations like that is use teamwork by using your skills. Each of your allies has a lot of skills. You will team up and I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use my blade or my sword. Very tough altogether.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Gotcha. Gladio, do it.
Oh. Let me use fire. Possibly. That might do some damage. Oh, I think I missed. Oh my god, did you see that? Jesus, holy Christ. That was not good. The Rhino just flipped me. Flipped me up into the air, that is not good. Man, these enemies are very, 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 very tough. More tough than I actually expected, to be honest with them. They're just caught off guard there, to be honest with them. We get there though, we get there.
Opening. Nice one, Pronto.
Jesus Christ. Whoa. Oh my god.
Stand in your way. You've got my back.
Okay, it's got a very tough, like... I got a funny feeling I should be using a spear. I'm gonna try using a spear. I don't know why. But I feel like using a spear. Or a lance, whatever you want to call him. Not a lance, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna try using a storm lance. But it's not equipped with somebody else, no? Or whatever, I'm gonna use a storm lance anyway. Okay, let's see if that makes any difference. Oh god. Am I half dead or? So the battles are just as tough and they're just as intense as a Final Fantasy game that you would love. You're not your own love. This is, for all intents and purposes, this is Final Fantasy. Okay, so let's try a lance. Does that do much damage? So it's hard to make out when there's so much action happening on the screen. But apparently, if the damage number is red on the screen, then you're doing some serious damage apparently. I think this is actually working, to be honest. It seems to be doing a lot of damage. I think I actually might keep that. lance equipped, but I want to see, like, I don't want to be unequipping my allies' weapons as well, so I want to make sure I still have everything. Like, for instance, he has an ice spear now, like, maybe I should be giving him, because he specialises in lances, like, so I can change that later on in the game, so it's fine. It's fine. By the way, this episode is going to be pretty short as well. It's just to give you a rough example of, you know, what you can do in Final Fantasy 15 outside of the story itself. One of those things is what I'm doing right now, which is a bounty. It's proven to be pretty challenging, actually, to be honest with you. So I just presume that using a lance on these kind of like armor. So that's years of experience, really. Years of playing different types of RPG games. You kind of, oh, he's dead. I gotta heal this guy as soon as I can. He's a Phoenix Stone in him. But I got a Phoenix Stone, I do. It's a lucky day, Prompto. We can't have Prompto dying. Prompto is the guy that takes the photos. He takes some cool selfies as well, so we can't have him dying. We gotta take some photos of this epic bounty that's happening right now. Fortunately, nobody's watching this stream live right now, so what can you do? I can't be PewDiePie, you know? Can only be myself. Can't be anybody else.
Pretty sure we're doomed.
It's nice knowing you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this off with
Watch it back.
epic teamwork, hopefully. Ah, well, he's dead anyway. He's dead.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll actually drive back and collect my bounty.
What's what?
I've come up with a new recipe. I can taste test for you.
And Ignis, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Ignis is the local cook of your team. Everyone has a unique skill, or not skill, but well, yeah, skill. Is it skill? Skill. So as you can see, Noctis's skill is fishing. Gladius' skill is don't know if I can take notes of his skill, but survival. Ignis is cooking, and Prompto is photography. Kind of interesting. It's almost like a job class. You know, the traditional job class system in Final Fantasy. It's a bit interesting. So yeah, we're going to wrap this up. This episode we're going to wrap it up. We're going to collect our bounty, and I'm just going to like kind of summarize, you know, bounties
okay?
and other activities.
Want to take a break? I'm
That you
fine.
can do in Final Fantasy. Now, this is an example of.
Break time. Break time.
This is a weapons vendor, by the way, but I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to collect my bounty. I'm going to collect my bounty first. So when you finish taking down your tough bounty, you go back to the chef that gave you the bounty in the first place, and you just tell him, "Look, I took him down." What if I lied? What if I lied? What if I went back and said, "Yeah, I took care of him. I took care of that whatever the hell it is. I took care of that rhinoceros. Yeah, he's all taken care of now. He's dead. Can I have my gill now?" I wouldn't lie like that. But anyway, I got 3,480 gil for taking down that bounty. Also, you got a bounty rank as well. I'm currently rank 3.
Must have been a trek for you guys.
So now that I have my bounty, I got over 11,000 gil. Now, I'm not going to buy any weapons here because I bought some pretty powerful weapons already. But when you have your gil, you go to weapon vendors that are located throughout multiple outposts throughout the map of Final Fantasy 15.
Take a look at our wares.
And how ironic is it that the Final Fantasy Victory team, a remix of it nonetheless, is playing in the background as a completed bounty. Anyway, so you can buy various weapons. So you can buy swords, you can buy great swords, you can buy pole arms, you can buy daggers, firearms, shields and accessories. And then on the bottom right hand side you will see what weapon you currently have equipped. So I have the Hard Edge equipped for Noctis. So it just gives you an example, like my attack on that weapon is 244, so there's nothing here that interests me. But then you can go to Great Swords, which Gladius can equip, but he's already he has a hard edge of 244, so nothing that interests him. But if I didn't, like, I can buy that Claymore Greatsword for 600 gil, so to give you an idea, with an attack of 156. But I made sure that I was equipped pretty early on before this episode, so I'm fine. So that was a bounty. That was just one of the many bounties that you can partake in Final Fantasy 15 by going to these outposts. As you can see, the outpost here, that's got a restaurant in it. Most outposts will have restaurants, because you've got to go to the restaurants to partake in the bounties. But you can do other stuff, like for instance, somewhere around here, there should be somewhere around here, there's actually a Chocobo races you can partake in. I think it's here, yeah. Chocobo races, you can I haven't done that yet, by the way. I'm going to do that actually in the next episode, actually. Chocobo races, there's also side quests that you can partake in. And I suppose you can just explore, like the you can also hire a Chocobo, and you can explore like the off-road of Final Fantasy 15 as well. You can just drive around in your car as well, listen to the amazing soundtrack that's currently playing of the Final Fantasy series. So there's a lot you can do in Final Fantasy 15. You know, the correct term would be open world, but I like to use the term open road, because, you know, when you're driving in that car, I've said this before in other episodes, but you genuinely get the sense that you are actually driving a car and you're on this road trip. You really get the sense, whether it's keeping an eye on your fuel meter, whether it's pulling into outposts like this and staying overnight in motels. You know, it just feels such like, and the characters' animations as well in the back of the car as you're driving feels amazing as well. So yeah, it's an open road Final Fantasy, you know, and there's lots to do in the game. I have progressed the story a little bit, but there's just so much to do. So what you saw is just an example of that, just an example of one of the many bounties that you can partake in, and it really, really does benefit you to actually do these bounties, because you will get a lot of money. The more gil, I should say, and the more gil you have, the more weapons you can buy. I'm boring, Gradius. Am I boring? Am I boring you? Huh? You fucking stupid idiot. Huh? Am I boring you? Huh? Huh?
Just what are you up to?
I'm gonna put you on the list, you stupid idiot. Yeah.
Hey, what's the point of going in circles?
You got a plan, Matt?
Anyway.
How about you let us in on it?
You know, I never thought, let me just pause this for a second, as cool as the soundtrack is. You know, 5-10 years ago, you know, I wouldn't have dreamed that I would actually be saying that I love Final Fantasy 15, because, you know, I spoke a lot about this in the last episode. I won't say too much about it in this episode. But I was kind of critical of modern Final Fantasy, you know. But after really, you know, going hands-on with Final Fantasy 15 and getting to grips with the new features, you know, it's great. I mean, I love the new features, and it's got so much traditional Final Fantasy in it at the same time. You know, leveling up and gaining experience and buying strong weapons and doing amazing battles. It is Final Fantasy for all intents and purposes. It's just Final Fantasy in 2016. Like, we're living in the future. You know, it's a great time to be a gamer, and it's a great time to embrace modern gaming. You know, it really is. Really, really, truly is. Like, Final Fantasy debuted on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I mean, in March of next year, Nintendo are going to be presenting their and launching their they're going to be launching the world's first portable home console with detachable controllers. What that does for gaming is just, you just can't, you couldn't underestimate just what that's going to do for gaming. I mean, if Square Enix decided to port Final Fantasy 15 to Nintendo Switch, what it means is, I could decide to do a bounty, and I could just get to the bounty, and for whatever reason, I have to leave my home. Maybe I realised, holy crap, I have work in 5 minutes, I gotta run to work. you know, I would have to turn off my PlayStation 4 and come back to that bounty when I'm finished work or when I'm home next. But with the Nintendo Switch, because it's a portable console, I can take my Switch with me to work, and when I'm on my hour break or 15-minute tea break or whatever, whenever I get the opportunity, I can just, because the Switch basically is a screen with two detachable controllers attached to it. That's essentially the Switch. It's got its own screen, so the game is right there in front of you. So I can just like put it on the table. It's got a stand and everything. Put it on the table, and I can literally detach. I'm born in again, am I? He's not a Nintendo fan, I see. So I can. The controllers are detachable, so I can detach the controllers, and I can have like a controller on the left and a controller on the right, a bit like the Wii remote and nunchuck. I don't know if they have motion control built in or not, but or I can just play it as it is. I don't have to attach the controllers. I can just hold it in my hand. But if I wanted to put it down, if I wanted to put down the Switch on the table and be looking at it, you know, I can detach the controllers. Point is, without going too much into the detail of the detachable controllers, the point is I can bring the Switch with me, I can bring the console with me, and I can continue playing Final Fantasy 15, and I can continue battling that bounty. That's the future of gaming right there. So it's a great time to be a gamer. It's a great time to embrace modern gaming. We've come a long way. We really have. I mean, look at Final Fantasy 15. As I was saying, that debuted on Nintendo Entertainment System back in the late 80s. It's come a long way. That game has come a long way since, and technology has come a long way since, and consoles have come a long way. I mean, like, you know, this game can be experienced. Not the entire game, but there's a VR portion of Final Fantasy 15. I mean, virtual reality Final Fantasy. This game is also I don't know if it's, I think it's 4K or it's HDR. It's one of those examples. I don't know, because if you go into options, it should be there. Yeah, HDR. So I mean, if I have an HDR set, which I don't, I can actually switch on HDR. So this game can be, I mean, the Final Fantasy series has always been known for its visuals, amazing visuals. So like the fact that this game can be experienced in HDR is amazing. So the Final Fantasy series has come a long way. Gaming has come a long way. Technology has come a long way. But I never thought that I'd actually be saying, you know, this is my point really. I never thought that I'd be saying that I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 15. I never thought that I'd truly embrace modern Final Fantasy, but I have embraced modern Final Fantasy, and it is fantastic to be still playing Final Fantasy, and I'm happy that I'm still playing Final Fantasy. My first, again, I'm not going to go too much into this because I explained it yesterday, but my first Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy 7 on the PlayStation 1 when I was only a kid. And here we are now as an adult playing Final Fantasy 15 on the PlayStation 4, and I'm happy that I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 15. I'm happy that I bought and that I'm playing it and that I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm happy that I wasn't bitter about the modern changes to it, and I'm happy that I'm not missing out on Final Fantasy 15, because that's exactly what I did with Final Fantasy 13. I never bought Final Fantasy 13. I never played it. I never enjoyed it. I was bitter. I was like, no, this is not Final Fantasy. I don't care. So, yeah. So anyway, that was just to point out. I never thought that I'd actually be playing and enjoying Final Fantasy 15, and I'm glad I am. So, yeah, this was a bounty. One of the many bounties that you can partake in Final Fantasy 15, and bounties are just one of the many examples of many things you can do outside of the story of Final Fantasy 15. So as I always say, feel free to subscribe to Green Herb Gaming for more Final Fantasy content. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, but more importantly, enjoy the video. I really hope that you did enjoy it. As far as I know, nobody was watching this live. What can I do? I can't be PewDiePie. But yeah, so again, subscribe to Green Herb Gaming and stay tuned for more, not just Final Fantasy content, but gaming content in general. Thank you and goodbye.